name is Umu and I'm ReacttotheK's channel creator, and welcome to my Stray Kids Unveil tour recap in New Jersey. So I went to see Stray Kids perform in New Jersey on the 15th and I showed up around an hour beforehand. I wish I could have had like an official fan meeting time of like, I'm gonna be here for this amount of time and we can hang out and take pictures. I didn't get any sleep the night before, and so the second that I arrived in New Jersey, I just like went to bed. And then I woke up and I was like, shit, I gotta go to the concert! And then I was like, oh my god, the random dance play! So yeah, I just migrated over there and hung there until they opened the doors. So I almost don't want to call the Unveil tour a concert. I'd rather refer to it as a musical story. The way that Stray Kids performed their songs at this concert was from pre-debut to most recent, so in order of their discography, but what made it special was the fact that they had a moment to talk about the message between every single section. And so with, you know, I am who, I am not, I am you, before and after, they had a member talk about, okay, so this message with these specific songs that we're about to perform is saying this, and we want you to feel this, and I hope that blah 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 blah. And so therefore it felt very personal and very heartfelt and very down to earth, and that's why it didn't quite feel like a concert to me, because they had so many moments where they were just speaking from their hearts to the audience, saying like, yeah, so this is our story and this is how it's developing, and now we're just going to perform those specific pieces that show you like our development. So the way they structured this concert is one of the reasons why I felt this was the best concert that I've ever been to, because no other concert that I've been to has, you know, told a story like this. Okay, now to get into other reasons why this is the best concert I've been to so far, which is the performance itself. So I was sitting 2 balconies up and I got pretty good footage, but I also had a friend who was sitting on the floor and pretty close to the stage, so I'll be switching between using my footage and his footage in this video. Also, I won't be talking about every single song they performed, just the main ones that I really want to share my experience with you. Alright, so the first moment that made me realize that this concert was a game changer compared to other concerts that I've been to was Changbin's second rap in Gur, where I just like, I was filming and then he started rapping and I like had to hold onto the rail to just steady myself. I was so shook I lost my balance and I just needed something steady to cling on to make sure I didn't fall. And then next was the performance for Awaken, and I've never cried at a K-pop concert before. I've been pretty close to tears at Day 6 and BTS's concert. And then my crying during the NCT 127's concert doesn't count because I was just crying because the song reminded me so much of SHINee and it wasn't necessarily like moved exactly by the performance of it. So Changbin and Han's parts in Awaken made me cry. Changbin prepped me for like the emotional freaking out, and then Han started rapping and then suddenly there were just tears streaming down my face and I didn't know what was going on. All I knew is that I was just being moved by the fast-paced poetry coming out of their mouth. Also, the bridge of this was great, so I'm just gonna put a clip of it here. So by the end of Awaken, my shook / amazement level was like, it was maxed out. It was already at 100. I was just like, wow, Awaken was brilliant, and I was really moved by the performance. And you know what fucking happens next? District 9. And District 9 is like one of my favorite songs of all time in K-pop. I'm still not tired of it. It still makes me hype as fuck on like when I'm in the worst of moods. So I was just like already emotionally dead after Awaken, and then yeah, District 9 started and I just stopped functioning. My jaw dropped open, I forgot to breathe, and I was just like... And then Hyunjin started rapping, and once again, the levels of shookness at 100, I guess let's say shot to 150, and I just like, while gaping, placed my hand over my heart, and out of the corner of my eye, the girl next to me was doing the same thing in fucking sync with me. Exact, like, we both were just like, as Hyunjin was rapping, and we looked at each other and just like, lost it. Anyway, so I just kept gaping and not breathing through all of District 9 until Hans and Changbin's rap, you know, in the later half of the song, and I started crying again. Okay, next they performed Mirror, which is a perfect example of just how solid Stray Kids' intonation when singing was throughout this whole entire concert. And not only were they really, really on pitch, but their singing was so stable and so clear, you couldn't tell. They were, you know, fucking jumping up and down. Okay, next was Who. My god, the live performance for Who, I don't even know what to say. I was gaping again, I got goosebumps constantly. I was just totally enthralled and mesmerized by the art that was happening on stage. So Insomnia I thought was so cool because they had really amazing effects on screen. They had really cool effects on screen the whole concert. And Insomnia, when you like can't fall asleep, you're just like, you're exhausted and it's just this gaping hole of blackness, but it's just like for some reason you can't fucking fall asleep. And so on the screen they had this whirl of darkness around the dancers, which I thought was brilliant. Okay, so Voices was performed, and this is a song that I think I only heard once or twice. Couldn't quite remember how the song went. So when Jongvin's part came in, I was just it was like a jump scare, and I was just like overwhelmed with the sudden dynamic and energy change, and I just stood there filming and just in complete shock. This is also the performance that made me realize how mesmerizing a performer Felix is, because like when you're watching the concert, you know, you switch from member to member, or if you have like an ultimate bias, you just stick to them, or like maybe you just watch the person performing. But this one, I like, my eyes wandered around and then I spotted Felix and I just kind of followed him for the rest of the performance because I couldn't get over how easy and fluid he made the movement seem. And then yo, their transition to My Pace is so freaking smart. I just couldn't help but chuckle the entire time of like, wow, you guys are so brilliant, just having the call and answer, na 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 na, audience, and then go back and then like, you know, they did their own little versions of the na 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 na, and that was really cute. And then they went back to, you know, the call and answer with the audience, and I was like, okay, it's coming, I know what's gonna happen, and I fucking love it, I dig it.
Let's go down. Miro, show me your sexy version. Come on. Let's go, sexy. Okay, let's play right now. Let's go!
that's my earplug. I had no idea they were gonna perform My Side. I was so taken aback when My Side started. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna actually do it! This insane song. What's the choreo gonna look like? How is the genre changes gonna sound like? And I was not disappointed at all. Guys, victory song? Bruh. My friend Frank, he said, by the way, when Felix speaks, you feel it resonate in your soul. And so I had prepared myself. I was like, okay, I'm ready to I'm ready to hear Felix's deep voice resonate throughout me. And Frank was right. His low voice is just as loud, as impactful as just a bass synth. Cause like you guys know when you're like listening to a hard-hitting song at a concert, it like, you know, like you feel it like in your whole body, like in your legs and your tummy and your chest and your head. You like feel it traveling everywhere. Well, I mean, Felix's voice did the same thing. That was really hella cool. I mentioned this in my reaction to Miro, is that I had a feeling it was going to be a great concert song, and I really hoped that they performed it live. I was not wrong! Okay, so the encore parts, boy, the concert's lights, they get crazy. I was like, Taehyung, you know that one video of Taehyung with like the lights like going by him and he's just like, you know, flinching and like not, and just as he recovers another light blinds him. That was literally me during the encore of this performance. Anyways, That was like my only complaint of the concert, is just like leaving slightly blinded, but I mean, you're blinded by their beauty and you're blinded by like the actual lights there, but you know, that's really something that I shouldn't complain about. I had a wonderful time. The stays were so wonderful. I made so many friends. Like, I made friends with fans. Thank you for coming to say hi and hanging with me. And then I made friends with people who had no idea who I was, and if they happen to come across this video, hello, I will remember you forever, that you made my concert experience better. I'm so happy to have been sitting next to both Clamu stays and stays who were just friendly as fuck, and like we were all dying at the same time, and it feels great to die with people next to you, you know? I'm really thankful to all the people that I met at the concert. I was like, am I gonna regret spending so much money on just going to like NCT, then Stray Kids, then BTS concert, and like, am I gonna regret this? But hell no. Hell no. That Stray Kids concert was one of the best nights of my life. Yeah. So I hope you all had the same positive experience as me, and leave in the comments what your favorite performance was and your thoughts on the concert too. And yeah, I can't wait to meet more stays in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye!